everybody, Edo here, and the good folks at Fantasy Workhouse have sent along a copy of Galilean Moons, and when they reached out to see if I was interested, I took a look at the Iron Giant cover art and the graphic design on this game, and was just like, absolutely, I adore the look of this game, and the component quality is also quite good. So this is a territory or area control game with a little like action selection, worker placement, I guess worker placement slash, you know, ticket to ride cards, whatever. And what you're going to be doing is there are these moons, and you are going to be putting your robots out onto the moons, trying to take them over. You are going to score points for majority moon control. Within each moon are these resources, which you can mine and collect. And the resources, you get set collection bonuses for them. They're worth a lot of points if you get all the resources, so you are driving toward resources. And then you'll get bonus points for technology cards, excuse me, and having or destroying these bases. So the way the basic game works is the only thing you have in the car in your hand are these cards that represent the different resources. And what you're going to do is you use them to bring your units onto the board. So, and at the start of the game, everyone places a couple units around. So we just get a couple more colors out here to start things up. Okay. And so say I want to bring my dude over to here. This is this blue resource, Chronos, and I would discard a Chronos card to drop him in. If there's a base, it requires 2 additional cards, and if there's opposing units, you can bump them out, but you have to pay an additional resource to bump them out. So basically, playing these resources cards to move units. The other thing you can do is play those same resources cards, if you have a unit in a spot, to mine that resource. If you have 2 units, which is the max, you can get a bonus mine when you do it. So you use 1 card to get 2. And also, as you're building out, if you have sort of 3 adjacent where there's a middle guy, you'll get a free base. And bases are worth victory points. So it's really just spending your resources to take over and mine and bump people out and try to look for things. Collecting the so on your turn, you can come to invade a spot on the board. You can rally, bring somebody else to it. You can mine, which I described, or you can get more cards. If you have 4 or less cards, you just draw 4 more, either from the top or from the deck. There's an interesting single thing here where this one icon is related to whatever the top card is, so what resource and what it takes to go there changes. It's an interesting mechanic. It's only used in one place. But you're collecting more of these cards to use them to drive the play. That piece of it has a very simple ticket to ride. Like the language actually takes mining, invading, rallying, like is a little heavier than ticket to ride is. But the mechanic is like, I just have matching cards in my hand, and I'm going to pay them to go to a spot, or I'm going to pay them to mine at the spot, and I'm looking for these colors. Like it's very simple. There are these technology cards. Each player will start with 1. They're worth victory points at the end, but these give you like abilities, right? Like let you invade for cheaper, get a bonus base, like take over easier, boost when you do this, like discard a draft to the bottom of the draw pile, then refill it. Like, you know, discard 1 wild card, take all 3 draft cards into your hand, right? Like, so like power-ups that are, you can use them like once per turn, but like they're like ongoing, that are making you sort of stronger. It's not like an engine builder, but it's like a power technology builder. And essentially, the more of these you have, the more expensive it is to get more. Graphic design. So, okay. The game is solid. Mechanics work. The flow is quick. And, you know, there's a lot of interesting choices. At first, it feels like the area control thing, but you get to this point where you really want to move in towards the resources. So, like, it has you think the strategy is, like, super simple at first, but then you feel the tension within the game that like makes you start veering off what you would have assumed would have been the way to just win. And then as you do that, then more tension comes out. At the same time, it is a bit flat, and despite the fact that the graphic design is so good, a little empty. Like, the box has great personality and the graphic design is clear, but like I don't know. I found it hard to really. I had a good time playing, right? I didn't have a bad time playing, but it didn't. It sort of it goes and it's getting more interesting, and then it feels flat, and then as you play it more, like you just sort of can go in different routes. But it isn't something. It isn't something that draws me back to want to play it again and again, other than to like get a feel for it. I think that it's an interesting. I feel like it almost needed a little bit more character and personality to pull it out, like because I think like if you think about a ticket game like Ticket to Ride, it's not like Ticket to Ride has way more personality than this game does. It's just trains in the United States, but like it's something that I can relate to a little bit. Invading Moons, not so much. So it ends up feeling a mechanic. It ends up feeling like robots. I mean, it ends up feeling a little mechanical. So like, which is unfortunate because I do think it's really well thought, produced, delivered. I think it's just missing that special thing. You know what I mean? So I think people will enjoy it. Certainly could play it again. Wouldn't say no to playing it, but at the same time, you know. I think in the waves and waves of lots of new products, I think you go on and play other things. Try before you buy type of thing. Anyway, I don't know if you have access to it, but either way, very impressed and really did enjoy it. It just, it got into that 7 territory for me. Like, it got into that like, okay, cool, good type of thing. Anyway, Galilean Moons. Hey everybody, Edo here, and thanks for watching Gaming with Edo. Reviews over here on this playlist, League and Insider videos over here on this one. Subscribe, share, all that good stuff. But most importantly, play some great games. Thanks. Bye.